And thanks for joining us for KBOI2 News Midday. I'm Brian Moore, and let's get right to your top 11 stories at 11. Adam Dees was arraigned this morning on 3 counts of first-degree murder. He did not enter a plea today. Prosecutors believe Dees killed 3 members of the Welp family in their Foothills home back in early March. In addition to the murder charges, he's also accused of several counts of robbery, burglary, and use of a stolen bank card and some weapons charges. The prosecution hasn't decided if it will seek the death penalty yet. And traffic's been snarled for miles following a 2-vehicle crash on I84 at the westbound ramp to Eagle Road. ISP says it was between a commercial vehicle and a car. You can see there is significant damage to that vehicle. An ambulance was called. No word yet on the extent of injuries. A Confederate flag flap in Payette. Some high school seniors painted a Confederate flag in the parking lot of the high school. This was last year. It's a tradition to paint something at graduation. Despite some complaints, it was still there the other day. Find out why and what's being done about the controversial painting in a few moments. And a toddler is rushed to the hospital after her mother accidentally backed over her legs in the driveway. It happened in the 3000 block of Arrowhead Drive, that's in Caldwell. Witnesses say the child had got away from the father. Police say the toddler was taken to the hospital with what appeared to be non-life-threatening injuries. And Homeland Security officials say the gyrocopter that landed on the U.S. Capitol lawn literally flew under the radar. Officials say it's too early to decide if the incident should prompt changes in security procedures. The pilot left from Gettysburg, Pennsylvania. Now, once in D.C., he flew past the White House and the Washington Monument before setting her down at the Capitol.
I'm going to violate the no-fly zone non-violently. I intend for nobody to get hurt. And I'm going to land on the Capitol Mall. These problems that are much more important.
Yes, the pilot, he announced he was going to do it ahead of time. Hughes was delivering 535 letters to Congress urging them to take up campaign finance reform. And there's a never-seen-before dangerous flu virus spreading amongst dogs. More than 1,000 cases have been reported in the Midwest. How dangerous it is and what to keep an eye out for in just a few moments. An Ada County deputy's patrol car is totaled after a run-in with a cow, and the animal's owner might actually have to foot the bill. The deputy was driving on Lake Hazel. The sheriff's office says the cow walked out into the middle of the road and was hit by the deputy. That area is not open range, so if the cow's owner is found liable, the county plans to seek restitution. College tuition on the rise. Boise State students can expect a 3.5% increase in tuition and fees next year. Same goes for the University of Idaho. Idaho State's fees will go up 3.3%. The Board of Education says these increases are the smallest hike in 15 years. And Boise's Parks and Rec Department is asking residents what it should do with the 4,000 acres in the foothills. At an open house, the department talked about possibilities with residents. Parks and Rec officials say it's a fine balancing act.
This plan it gives us a blueprint or a guide on how we manage invasive species in the foothills, how we manage endangered species, how we manage wildlife, and then how we manage recreational opportunities.
And you can still voice your opinion. Parks and Rec is asking residents to weigh in online. That survey will be through Monday. You'll find a link to it on our website, KBOI2.com. And soon there will be a new way to get around downtown Boise. It's called the Green Bike Program. Riders can rent any of 114 bikes you'll find at 15 kiosks around town. All the bikes and kiosks are expected to be up and running by the end of the month. And the Harmon Killebrew Miracle Field in Payette will be dedicated this afternoon. The field is made with special materials so any kid can play a little baseball. It's especially meant for children with special needs so they can play safely. The Baseball Killebrew Foundation raised the money for that field.